Happy April. I hope you're doing well. Oddly, I cannot get April to roll off my tongue easily. I am not quite sure what that's about, but we shall see, right? I'm trying to come at the readings this month from the houses like this. I want to see something here because then that can help me better gauge exactly what we need to do. I just did Aries and now I'm doing yours. The energy is quite different, quite different. I think that a lot of what you're going through in April is really not something that I don't even know how to put this because it's not something that I can, it's something more that I'm feeling. It's not so much something, if it's coming up in your reading, you're getting this. It's extremely deep. It's extremely deep. It's raw. It's carnal. It's the things that can give you life and rip you right down to bare bones at the same time. It's a really spiritual, for a lack of a better way to put it, month for you, I think. Go deep. It's going to present itself. Embrace it because it's trying to show you something. I think it's the ticket to ride here is really what it's trying to show you and what it's really all about for you. Okay? I know your sign has not had an easy, it's just not had an easy run of it. So I think what's going on here, let me show you the cards first so you can kind of go with me. Now, ironically, we have for what the situation itself is, how it's going to present itself and all of that, we've got the High Priestess and the Hierophant. And ironically, this is what I feel. Okay? That's exactly what I feel. And I think that this is a lot of spiritual stuff, astral stuff. Again, it's a hard reading to put into words, but it really ripped my heart out in a way that I get it because I'm here all the time. But it's something that I don't think, you or Scorpio, or Pisces, I think would really be the only signs that could really get this. Now we've got the Five of Cups. I think in here is a good percentage of what's going on here. Okay, we've got the Ten of Cups right next to it. Okay, this is, don't let what I say disempower you, because this is a very empowering reading, and it will catapult your life in a direction that you'll understand why things have gone the way they have. Okay, now you've got the Page of Cups, the Tower card. Don't panic, it's needed. Okay, the Sun card. This is in here the Love card, and not love the word, yes, but so much more. It's the real love card in here. It's the real yes card in here. It's the real divine connection in here. Okay, it's a beautiful card too. And the Outcome card is the Seven of Coins. Okay, that's a tough card. It's a tough card, but there's karma in this reading, okay? You're working off stuff here. Some of you, I think you're going into you actually may be going into some kind of spiritual retreat here on a really strong level. Not, I'm talking like a real spiritual place. You may even, vow your life to be that. It may be something like that. It may be to where, some of you may take a vow of celibacy. in a way that's not, how do I say this? Whatever that means to you. This is a very private, sacred reading, so it's really hard for me to get this out here, but it's about quiet, simple, peaceful life. Underneath it all, that's what this reading is about, okay? Um, I think you realize that you're either under the spiritual protection of an actual spiritual person, right? Or under the divine and you feel it, right? So, charity work. I think some of you are going to really do a lot of work for deprived people, cultures, places, right? Um, it's funny because it's like you're staring at the future, but you can't take the past with you. And I think it's a lot. This is a powerful reading, right? It's kind of like that. What is that? That was from the I can't remember it, but it was like that emptiness that it just slams you right in the heart. It's awakening though. I'm having a hard time putting this into words, but um it's like the thing that you want the most, which is love, right? And you've got it here. Okay. It's like it's the one thing that you want the most that just all of us, right? At some point it destroys us, right? Soulmate, the one, right? It's like the thing is here that we can always judge people on other ends of the fence, but let's just be honest here, that the only place that we all are is in the middle. It's somewhere in the middle of all of that. And I don't even have that answer, right? Um, but it's kind of where, we either put on or take off the rose-colored glasses here. I think that they've been put on, and I think it's by generations before you that they've been put on, but you've been able all along to see through it and how things really are, right? Okay, so what I think here, I really think all of that, I really got a lot of that from this Five of Cups, right? It's like we're looking for these things to fill that empty void, but we know all along it's really not here, right? That's when the rose-colored glasses come up and you go in a different direction. And I think I think that you're going to have to let go of a lot of things, like I say, but I think what it does is it sets you free in a whole other way, where you not only save yourself, but you save like the world. And I know that sounds odd, but that's even sometimes, you know what? Like one of your messages was working with the underprivileged, or the poverty stricken, or wherever you can help, right? You find peace there, and you realize that all along that's what this is about. That's what it is here. The outcome card, that Seven of Coins, that's a tough card. That is the Millionaire's card, but this, what you've got here too, this is also the Christ card, right? And you come in with, honestly, the Hierophant and the High Priestess. In all honesty, you really couldn't ask for more in a reading. That's this whole journey in a nutshell, is right here. And again, I'm sorry, I don't know, I'm having a really hard time putting this into words, but I think you find what you're looking for and then some, because I feel like my heart's gonna like explode, like burst into happiness, joy, whatever that is, right? I don't know again what word to put on that, but it's an elated feeling. It's a feeling that you're like, wow, you can't get this with your five senses. So I know this is going to come into you in a different way. Okay. Now the outcome card is that the Seven of Coins. The Seven of Coins is a card that is, it's a tough one. because a lot of what that card is, it's about, yes, looking at the past, not making crazy mistakes and going forward, but it's that card of not making, it's like trying 1,000 things and only one thing works, but the one thing that works is like, it like trumps lotto on all fronts, right? But the paradox with that is that it's that card it works well on its own, right? Like it's a person who can only, and many of us are like this, you can either throw yourself into your career and you become a millionaire, right? Or you throw yourself into a relationship, but it's all or nothing. This paradox is that the two don't balance out, and they don't balance out. And in there is karma to be worked through, right? So you're here, you need to figure out which one you're really here for, right? Because it looks like the ticket to you sits in your answer to that, right? Now, right next to the 5 of Cups, you've got the 10 of Cups, right? The 10 of Cups is emotional fulfillment. It's happiness. But what is that to you, right? I think you're really taking a hard look at what that is to you, right? So you may have been on the opposite end of the coin where, in fact, you know, it's relationships that you want, but you've been struggling so hard in your career, right? Maybe it's the complete opposite, because I think really someone leaves it all behind and really goes into like a monastery or something like that, right? It can be something like that as well. That's the kind of feeling I've got here. It's weird because it's that mixed with like the Matrix. It's like that. So you're about to have an awakening to the likes of which you've never seen before, and that's a lot to say for a Libra, right? But you've got the Tower card in here too, and that means you're going to have to let some stuff go, right? You're just going to have to let some stuff go. Again, I keep seeing kids chasing fireflies all of a sudden. So that's what this feels like. It feels like that. This is intense, guys. This is really intense. I think you're going to be put in places. This is a great reading, though. Please don't walk away from this thinking you're getting gypped, because you're getting what you're here for. And I think that it's wonderful. I think you're going to get everything that you've always wanted and more. And not only that, I think you actually help other people too. I'm not touching upon those of you that are watching this that are doing things in the complete opposite direction. I'm going to critique these readings to go in a positive, because I get a lot of visions and I get a lot of insights, and I always hear things. But what I've decided to do here is, because I've been having a hard time recovering from the energies of these readings. They've been so strong and so hard for so long that they've really given me a hit for my health. So I'm going to cap out on these things. For those of you that are doing things that aren't above board, I'm going to have to let you fend for yourself on those kind of things, right? But for the majority of you, you're making major strides in your life, and they're going to be in places where you find happiness that you never thought you would, and your lives are going to change that drastically. And I think that that's wonderful. I hope that I did this reading justice. It's kind of like you end up in a place and you're on a mission here that is beyond the 5 senses. That's what I think it is. Okay, I really do. I think you get your ticket to ride. I think what you find love as is not what you pictured it as, but it nonetheless, I have that feeling, so I know that it will elate you. Okay, so it's wonderful. For in here too, I really think what I'm with the Page of Cups here. I think that there's a lot of sacrifices here, and I say sacrifice though, but people think, oh, sacrifice, ooh, it's for the greater good, and you're in this greater good. Okay, so the word love is not what you find here. You find the feeling of what real love is, and that I can't put into a word for you guys. I'm so sorry. Again, like I say, he is the Christ card here, and that's where you make sacrifices, right? But it's not so much it elevates your thinking, speaking, acting, it's not so much a sacrifice as how you influence other people. Like I say, you change the world. And I'm so sorry if you think this is a La La Land reading, but what I see and I feel here, I'm having a hard time putting into words. It's got me wanting to cry, but I'm so happy at the same time. Again, it's the things I think that you think would kill you are the things that are setting you free. You just don't see it yet, but you will in April. I think this is a great reading. I think it's a great reading. I think your life goes in a direction where you're like, wow, you know, you're pinching yourself because you can barely believe it. It's about ambitions too, right? Ambitions, but it's also about order in a way, again, that's not like when I say the word order and I say ORDER. It's different. It's different. This is more of a, you're on a spiritual quest and you're not getting voted off the island. You are the island this month. So enjoy it. Please give me feedback on this reading. Um, I'm thrilled to deliver it. Please don't walk away thinking this is going to be, you're the chosen one, basically. This is going to be a phenomenal reading, and I'm a phenomenal month for you. I'm thrilled to deliver it. It's hard stuff. You don't get handed these things. You don't get given these quests if you can't handle it. So this, if you're looking for your purpose or your passion, it's going to show itself in April. Okay. Thank you, Libra. I'm honored to deliver this. If you need a private reading, we can look into this. I can see where this is coming from. I can see where it's going. But this is a general reading, and I think that